Joining us now is Kelly Wolgamott, the Director of Travel Marketing with Pure Michigan on today's edition of the Megacast. As we continue to be in a great time of the year for traveling in Michigan, the weather continues to be beautiful, albeit a little bit of rain on this particular Monday. But other than that, it's been an excellent fall, Kelly, and it only continues as we get past the Halloween season tonight and head full on into the holidays and the end of fall. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good. Hello, welcome. I'm glad to be here. And, there is never a bad time to travel in Michigan, as I say, because there's so many things to see, do, and experience. And as we move into the holiday season, it's, I think, a good reminder to talk about supporting local. The small businesses in Michigan still need our support. It's absolutely critical. And there's so many, opportunities to shop, eat, and stay local this holiday season. And, also kind of think about the gift of travel as we get closer to the holiday season. We all have a lot of things, and, there's no better gift than travel.
Yeah, it's really interesting that as we get toward the holidays, particularly Thanksgiving, you think about Black Friday, Small Business Saturday is also coming up, and many of our local communities are really hoping that people will go back out there this holiday season as they go in person for shopping. Certainly, shopping on days like Black Friday, and hopefully, even more importantly, Small Business Saturday. Get back out in those local communities, and I love what's happening in Oakland County. That's of course where we originate our broadcast, although we broadcast throughout the whole state. Oakland County is really making an effort on that, and they're doing what they're calling their Shop Small local gems sweepstake. You go to oakgov.com/shop small. What they're asking you to do is fill out an entry form, submit some selfies of you patronizing local businesses, going in there and going to your local shops, your local restaurants, and entering some selfies. And you have a chance to win. First prize $1,000, second prize $500, and that runs through Small Business Saturday, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time on November 26th. And this is just one of those examples of really putting an effort forward to support these small businesses, especially now that we're kind of back out from the thick of the pandemic and even some of that in-between zone we were in 2021. What is that state right now of these small businesses? Have they been able to really see a nice recovery, or do they need even additional support to really bridge those gaps that were certainly widened during the pandemic?
Yeah, they still need our support. The
Yeah.
shops, the restaurants, as well as the hotels and bed and breakfasts around the state. The travel industry was one of the hardest hit industries when during the pandemic, and they're still recovering. Not only from the need to get people in there to shop, but also if you're looking for a job, the tourism industry also has a lot of available jobs, and it's such a fun industry to be a part of and opportunities for growth. We have so many vibrant downtowns that are filled with local shops and, decor, fashion, pet toys, beer, wine, and spirits, independent bookstores, coffee shops. And not to mention all of the dynamic restaurants and lodging opportunities that we have throughout the state. And we, as you have up there on the screen, we have a great resource on michigan.org, our support local page, which can provide ideas for, Michigan residents as to where to shop in their community, what to see. We also have featured events because, there's not only, what you can experience from the shopping and the dining and the lodging within those communities, there's also a lot of excellent holiday events coming up in our communities for the holidays.
Yeah, let's go into that too, because when I think about the holiday season and those sort of hallmark celebrations of whether it be the Thanksgiving holiday season, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and the New Year, and all of that in December, there are so many great celebrations and festivals in cities large and small throughout the state of Michigan. I mean, I think about certainly the city of Detroit and the celebrations they do
Yeah.
around the December holidays. Same thing with Lansing as they're lighting up the Capitol and putting up the tree and the red balls and the lighting in the state capitol too. And when you see those kinds of events, you also think about the smaller cities too that hold their holiday festivals and so on. What are some of your favorite smaller places to go, kind of more quaint but special events that you enjoy in the holiday season all across the state.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. Detroit and Lansing have some really dynamic events coming up. And if you haven't been down to the new skating rink in Detroit, it's just amazing. But also there's a lot of holiday markets, and I'm really looking forward to visiting Frankenmuth as well as Holland, Michigan. Those holiday markets start in November and do go into December, but really, great shopping ideas for the holidays, and just again, really great communities while you're there to visit one of the restaurants. And there's also a lot of light festivals around the state as well. And parades with, Thanksgiving parade right there in downtown Detroit, which is broadcast nationally. So a lot of fun events. We have all of these featured events on Michigan.org for you to kind of explore and to see what you want to do this holiday season.
More information, of course, can be found on Michigan.org. It's where your trip begins for all things Michigan, all across all 4 seasons of the year as we continue through the fall. Plenty of fun left to be had this fall season as we surpass Halloween this evening and move on to right about the holiday season and then into the holiday season also. But that also brings up looking forward to the rest of the year. As we said, there's 4 seasons here in Michigan. There's always something fun to do and always some fun to be had all across the Great Lakes state. So as we're looking forward to the winter season and even it's a good time to start thinking about those spring break trips here in Michigan also. What steps should people be taking right now to get themselves ready for some of those trips coming up that they'll plan on taking this winter season, enjoy some of the snowy and outdoor fun in Michigan and certainly into the spring as they explore Michigan opening back up before the warmer seasons?
You're absolutely right. And, staycation, right? With the rising costs, it's a great opportunity to start thinking about those holidays coming up. If your kids have a holiday break, all of these opportunities are great for all ages around the state. And as we talk about the gift to travel, right? We have a lot of things. Why not give, your family, your partner, the gift to travel this holiday season? So let's just look at some of those upcoming events. We have the UP 200, which is the dog sled race in Marquette. If you have never been to that, wow, what a great event. I went for the first time last year. It's been on my list for a while. The whole town rallies downtown, and the dogs are just absolutely excited to be there and to get going on the racing. The UP also has another international event. It's the I-500 snowmobile race. Really fun opportunity to get together. But, the ski resorts across the state, and I always say this because I'm not an active downhill skier, it's still fun to go to the resorts if you don't like to downhill ski. Maybe your kids will downhill ski, but there's also snowshoeing, there's tubing, there's, the campfires that you can sit around and, have a bite to eat or drink, and just a really good experience. And not to mention what the resorts have when it comes to wellness and the spa packages as well. So there's so many great ideas on Michigan.org to provide, when you're thinking about those upcoming staycations or just that gift of travel for the holiday season.
Again, more information can be found on Michigan.org, Michigan.org for all the travel information you need. And let's talk about the resources too that are there, because we always talk to you and Dave Lorenz or Odie McKinley or other people from Michigan Economic Development Corporation or Pure Michigan or travel experts across the state. And every one of them prompts us to go to Michigan.org. Your trip begins at Michigan.org. But there's so much information there. What kind of information and resources are provided for people to learn more about our state and maybe figure out some of those travel plans? Because like we always talk about, there is so much to do in every region of the state.
Yeah, we are blessed with what we can see, do, and experience in Michigan. If you go to the navigation right on the homepage on Michigan.org, we kind of break it out, and hopefully, some of these categories will resonate with people visiting the site, from experiences, family fun, by the shore. Or if you want to go to a city adventure, based on attractions and activities, if you want to go to farm and cider mills, trails, museums, restaurants, support local, there's a whole big section on events. Stay and plan when it comes to accommodations. There's also, not to mention, our Pure Michigan travel guide on there, which is an amazing resource as well. to provide you just some really great travel ideas and trying to, get out of the mold of what you may do all the time in Michigan and try to find some of those hidden gems that you want to experience. There's also deals and packages, right? Who isn't looking for a deal right now? And there's some great deals around the state. And we update that monthly. And there's actually a deals newsletter that is free of charge. You can enroll into that e-newsletter and get it sent to your inbox every month. But there's a lot of great deals and packages also out there, which is really a great resource.
Again, more information, all these different resources, including lists for all different seasons and seasonal guides, guides to all the different major cities in the state and major areas of the state, major activities can all be found. A number of great resources at Michigan.org. We're joined by Kelly Wolgamott, the Director of Travel Marketing for Pure Michigan, on today's edition of the Megacast. Kelly, before we let you go, another couple of minutes, anything else that we should know about the resources provided for Michigan travel and information at Michigan.org, or other things you're looking forward to in this fall season and as we emerge into the holidays and the winter?
Yeah. So, when you go to the homepage again on Michigan.org, it does, provide it out by season as well. If people want to look at, seasonal opportunities. But also there's a great trip ideas tab right on the navigation under events that does provide you more details, and it is seasonal. So we try to keep it relevant to you when you're coming there. In fall and looking at winter as well, there's one tank trips and some detailed itineraries as well to provide individuals with that opportunity. And, I'm just really excited about, looking forward to the holiday season and winter, and to get outdoors and enjoy the beauty in Michigan, but also enjoying the cities, because our cities are so unique. And I find every time I go to a city in Michigan, the personalities are so different. And there's so many great entrepreneurs in our cities and so many great things, as far as shopping and dining experiences. It is a really fun opportunity. And I just looking forward to getting back out there this holiday season.
Again, more information can be found on Michigan.org. Well, Kelly, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.